Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fluent English podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing today?
We hope you're doing well. So, Emma, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to talk about something really important, making friends and introducing yourself. You know, those first conversations when you meet someone new.
Oh, this is such a good topic. I actually met someone new at the coffee shop yesterday, and it got me thinking about this.
Really? Tell me about it.
Well, I was waiting for my coffee, and there was this person next to me who was also waiting. We just started chatting. It was nice, but, those first few seconds are always a bit awkward, right?
Oh, absolutely. I always feel a little nervous when I meet someone new. Like, what should I say first? How do I start the conversation?
Exactly. So let's talk about this today. Maybe we can help our listeners feel more confident when they meet new people.
Perfect. Let's do it.
So, Emma, how do you usually introduce yourself when you meet someone for the first time?
Well, it depends on the situation. If it's something formal, like a work meeting, I usually say, "Hi, I'm Emma, nice to meet you." And then I might add what I do or where I'm from.
Right. Context matters a lot.
Yeah, but if it's more casual, like at a party or a social event, I keep it really simple. Just, "Hey, I'm Emma," with a smile. What about you?
Pretty similar. I usually start with my name and then ask a simple question. Something like, "I'm Alex. Have you been here before?" Or, "How do you know the host?" if it's a party.
Oh, those are good questions. They keep the conversation going.
That's the key, right? You don't want the conversation to just stop after, "Hi, I'm Alex."
Definitely not. So what kind of questions do you usually ask someone when you first meet them?
Good question. I think the most common one is probably, "Where are you from?" Everyone asks that.
True, and it's such a natural question, especially in big cities where people come from everywhere.
Exactly. And after that, I might ask, "What do you do?" or "What brings you here?" depending on where we are.
Yeah, those are the classics. I also like to ask, "How long have you been here?" if they're from another place. It tells you a lot about their experience.
That's smart. I think people really like talking about where they're from. It's familiar. It's comfortable.
Absolutely. When someone asks me about my country, I love sharing little stories or interesting facts. It makes the conversation more personal.
Speaking of countries, have you noticed any cultural differences in how people introduce themselves?
Oh, yes, definitely. In some cultures, people are very direct and open. They'll tell you everything right away. Their name, their job, their family.
And in other cultures, people are more reserved at first.
Exactly. They might just share their name and wait to see if the conversation develops before sharing more personal information.
That's interesting. I think it's important to be aware of that when you're meeting people from different backgrounds.
For sure. You don't want to ask too many personal questions too quickly if someone seems uncomfortable.
Right. Reading body language is important too.
Definitely. So, Alex, let's talk about different situations. Where do you usually meet new people?
Well, like I said, sometimes at coffee shops, also at work, of course, and I've made friends at the gym, at language classes, at community events.
Those are all great places. I think the key is to be open to conversation wherever you are.
Absolutely. You never know when you might meet someone interesting. What about you? Where have you made friends?
Similar places, really. I've made good friends through hobbies. Like, I take a cooking class, and I've met some really nice people there.
Oh, that's a great way to meet people. You already have something in common. You both like cooking.
Exactly. That's actually a good tip for our listeners. Join groups or classes based on your interests. It's easier to start conversations when you already have a shared interest.
That's true. The conversation flows more naturally. Instead of searching for things to talk about, you can just talk about the activity you're doing together.
Right. Like, if you're in a book club, you can talk about the book. If you're at a sports event, you can talk about the game.
Perfect. Now, let me ask you something. Do you ever find it hard to keep a conversation going with someone new?
Sometimes, yeah. Especially if the other person gives really short answers.
Oh, I know what you mean. When someone just says yes or no and doesn't elaborate.
Exactly. It's like pulling teeth. You ask, "Do you like living here?" And they just say, "Yes." And then silence.
Yeah, that's tough. So what do you do in that situation?
I try to ask more open-ended questions. Instead of questions that can be answered with yes or no, I ask questions that need a longer answer.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Instead of, "Do you like it here?"
I might ask, what do you like most about living here? Or how did you end up in this city?
Oh, those are much better. They require the person to actually think and give a detailed answer.
Exactly. And then you have more to work with for continuing the conversation.
That's a really good tip. Let me share one of mine. I always try to find common ground with the person I'm talking to.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I listen carefully to what they say, and I try to find something we both have in common. Like, if they mention they like hiking, and I like hiking too, I'll say, "Oh, I love hiking. Where's your favorite place to hike?"
That's excellent. People love talking about things they're passionate about.
Right. And it makes the conversation more enjoyable for both people. You're not just asking random questions, you're actually connecting over shared interests.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about how to start conversations and how to keep them going. What about remembering names? I'm terrible at that.
Oh, me too. That's so embarrassing when you forget someone's name right after they tell you.
Right? It happens to me all the time. I meet someone, they say their name, and 2 minutes later, I've completely forgotten it.
I have a trick for that, actually. When someone tells me their name, I try to use it in the conversation right away. Like, "Nice to meet you, Sarah. So, Sarah, what brings you here today?"
Oh, that's smart. Using the name helps you remember it.
Yeah, and it also makes the conversation feel more personal. People like hearing their own name.
That's true. I'm going to try that. Another thing I do is I try to associate their name with something. Like, if their name is Michael and they're tall, I might think tall Michael in my head.
That works. Whatever helps you remember. The important thing is to make an effort, because remembering someone's name shows that you care.
Absolutely. It makes a good impression. Now, let's talk about body language for a minute. That's part of introducing yourself too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Body language is so important. Like, you want to make eye contact when you're talking to someone.
Yes, but not too much eye contact. That can be intense.
True. There's a balance. You want to show you're interested and engaged, but you don't want to stare.
Right. And smiling helps a lot. A genuine smile makes you seem friendly and approachable.
Definitely. And what about handshakes? Do you shake hands when you meet someone?
It depends on the culture and the situation. In business settings, yes, usually. In casual situations, sometimes. These days, some people prefer not to shake hands.
That's true. It's good to follow the other person's lead. If they extend their hand, shake it. If they don't, a smile and a wave works fine.
Good advice. So, Alex, do you have any tips for people who are really shy or nervous about meeting new people?
Oh, that's a great question. I think the first thing is to remember that most people feel a little nervous when meeting someone new. You're not alone in that feeling.
That's so true. Even confident people get nervous sometimes.
Exactly. And my advice would be to start small. You don't have to go to a big party and talk to 20 people. Just practice starting a conversation with one person.
Right, like the barista at your coffee shop or someone waiting in line with you.
Perfect examples, low-pressure situations where you can practice. Just say hi or make a comment about the weather or the coffee.
Baby steps. And remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets.
Absolutely. It's like learning any new skill. The first few times might feel awkward, but then it becomes more natural.
I also think it helps to prepare a few questions or conversation starters in your mind before you go to a social event.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like have 3 or 4 questions ready that you can ask people.
Exactly. So you're not standing there thinking, what should I say? You already have something prepared.
Love it. Okay, let's think about our listeners who are learning English. What advice would you give them specifically?
Well, I would say don't worry too much about making mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too. The important thing is to communicate.
That's so important. People appreciate the effort you're making to speak their language. They're not judging your grammar.
Right. And if you don't understand something, it's totally okay to say, sorry, could you repeat that? Or could you speak a bit slower, please?
Those are useful phrases. Most people will be happy to help.
Definitely. And you know what? Meeting new people is actually one of the best ways to improve your English.
Absolutely. You're practicing in real situations with real people. That's much better than just studying from a book.
So true. Okay, Alex, let's wrap this up.
What are the key things we want our listeners to remember?
All right, let's recap. First, keep your introductions simple. Just say your name and maybe add 1 or 2 basic things about yourself.
Second, ask open-ended questions. Questions that can't be answered with just yes or no.
Third, find common ground. Listen for things you have in common with the other person.
Fourth, use the person's name in conversation to help you remember it and to make the conversation more personal.
Fifth, pay attention to body language. Smile, make eye contact, and be friendly.
And finally, practice. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Perfect summary. And remember, everyone, meeting new people should be fun, not stressful.
Exactly. Every person you meet is a potential friend or someone interesting to learn from.
Well said. So go out there and introduce yourself to someone new. You never know where it might lead.
Great advice. And for our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Fluent English Podcast.
Keep practicing your English, keep making new friends, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.